Right, welcome to the channel. Ben Affleck, is he in? Is he out? He's confirmed to be out, but he's rumoured to be back in. We heard rumours and rumblings that there was going to be a Ben Affleck Batman TV show. We now know that there's a Gotham HBO Max TV show. Does this mean that Ben Affleck's done? Because even though he's confirmed to be done, who knows? We got some new rumours, basically. Ben Affleck is apparently still back as Batman for an HBO Max series, despite new claims. Now, I'll leave this article link down below. I don't know how much I believe this, because it's confirmed that we're getting a Gotham police show. That's confirmed, 100% done, dusted, and I just can't see them. I can't see them doing another TV series on HBO Max with Ben Affleck involved. I just simply can't. Now, it's not to say that I wouldn't want it, but I just think, like, ultimately, how many more Batman are you going to have? You've got rumours of Jeffrey Dean Morgan was rumoured to play Thomas Wayne in The Flash. That's now semi-debunked, with Michael Keaton taking the role and potentially a Batman. There's so much going on. Basically, there is so much going on. Batman Beyond was what I was thinking of. There's so many rumours and rumblings, but we're really hot on this, the Ben Affleck one. A lot of people don't like him, and I get it. But one thing you can't deny is that the rumours and the interest in the rumours of him coming back are definitely high. There's a lot of interest there. Now, this article will be linked down below, so check it out if you want. Pretty reliable scooper shattered our hopes last week when he shot down the rumour that Ben Affleck will suit up on HBO Max to finish his arc as Batman. However, the writer who pushed that initial story is standing by his claims. Now, I think what really shattered the claims is that the Hollywood Reporter came out and was like, yeah, this is confirmed, guys. This is confirmed. We're getting a Gotham police show. I think that's what shattered the previous rumours. Now, Taylor Murphy, the culture nerd, who recently wrote that Ben Affleck has signed a contract and will be back to adapt his script for HBO Max. So this is the script for what was The Batman, which then became Matt Reeves' The Batman, which then became a replacement for, Robert Pattinson came in as Batman, basically. Now, Heroic Hollywood's Humberto Gonzalez tweeted out on the 7th that it isn't true. Gonzalez wrote, "As much as I personally want to see this, unfortunately, this is not true either." Okay. Now, the reason why, like, Humberto Gonzalez does have some good scoops, right? But there's been a lot of flux happening within HBO, AT&T, Warner Brothers, so on and so forth. There's a lot of flux happening. There's a lot of people leaving DC. There's a lot of people moving up the ladder at AT&T. There is an internal power struggle at play. So I'm not saying either is true or false. Like, I've heard my own rumours. What I heard basically was that they were going to make like a Zack Snyder universe show, and then you'd have cameos from everyone just dropping in. So what I heard was it wasn't going to be a Batman TV series as much as it was going to be a Zack Snyder universe TV series, and then you'd have cameos dropping in and out, but there was nothing set in stone. It was still in discussion phases, right? That's what I had personally heard. Then we get the development that it's other things, and then Humberto Gonzalez is saying that no, this is not happening either. So and judging by the fact that there are so many rumours and rumblings out there, I would say that it's still in flux because of all of the the internal power play. Now, Murphy appeared on the Lightcast podcast, sticking to his guns and defending his claims and the legitimacy of his sources, whom he says are members of his family that work at Warner Brothers. Probably shouldn't admit that, but alright. Whatever. Murphy shared leaked images that he received from them to back up what he says. They're of the black Superman suit, the Shazam family, Pokemon movie designs, and a picture of one of his family members at the DC offices. Cultured Nerd logo covers the individual's face to redact his identity. So, I mean, that's pretty dumb. Like, you never reveal your sources. Come on now. Murphy believes his sources and claims he has multiple he will double check with. And they told him that Affleck has signed. It's happened. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, look, the whole point of, you know, black Superman suit, we've all seen that. Very easy to doctor and things like that. So I wouldn't say that's proof. And at the end of the day, if you're so willing to kind of give over your sources, that's definitely not proof either. That doesn't bode well. Ben Affleck has reportedly signed a contract, and we talked about how he had a couple of other people, a couple of other sources who said, hey, it happened, he signed, and we're like, okay, cool. And we'll check with a few more people, and then we checked with a couple more people, a couple prominent Instagram accounts. Okay, Murphy added, the conversation started when he heard about Ben Affleck's contract from a DC fan account moderator who heard about it from someone in special effects. It's just like Chinese whispers, isn't it? Like I said, what I had heard was that everything was in flux. They were just talking about a Zack Snyder universe show with cameos. I don't know what Ben Affleck is doing in particular, but does he have time to do a series? I don't know. Would he do a series? Would HBO? The thing is, you got to remember, like, is it marketable? Is Ben Affleck marketable in a series when they're trying to push another Robert Pattinson? You know, another Batman as Robert Pattinson. It seems to me that that would be a bit of a futile marketing effort. You know, spend all this money on a fan favourite while still trying to, you know, make a multi-million-dollar, $100 million, $200 million movie with a new Batman whilst also trying to push him. It doesn't seem like good business sense. You know, you're going to split the fandom down the middle when ideally Warner Brothers and AT&T would want to basically coerce all the Zack Snyder fans into getting on board with the Matt Reeves Batman, right? That makes sense. So, yeah. Now, he continues and further and says, one in particular, a buddy of mine, he runs one of those DC fan accounts that has a few 100,000 followers on it. And he has some friends that work in special effects, and then he texted me, he's like, hey, my special effects buddy just told me that Ben signed a new contract, what the F is he talking about? That's how the conversation started. He elaborated, he checked with his source, I'm like, dude, that is awesome, because I heard the same thing from 3 other people over here. So I started taking all these little confirmations, but eventually I would like, you know what, I'll just go F and ask, and I'll just go to my source. I'll call them up, like, bam, and I just called them, and he told me, they're like, sounds like you've already got your answer, what do you want me to tell you? Okay then. Murphy discussed his lineage at Warner, starting with his great aunt, who worked on the Burbank lot as a project producer. She retired weeks before The Dark Knight Rises hit theatres and was gifted a poster of her as Catwoman on the Batpod blowing up the Warner Brothers tower. He explained how Warner Brothers runs in the family. Warner Brothers has always been a family affair for us. I got to meet people who run the lot, like the curator of the DC Vault, the Warner Brothers Vault. I got to meet people like that, Murphy said. I grew up meeting these people because of my aunt. I talk to them on a daily basis. Anyone who reveals their sources like this, you can definitely, like, look, 9 times out of 10 you can discount, because it tends to be complete BS. One person he met was Batman producer Chuck Roven. Murphy previously stated of Affleck's comeback on Lightcast that the actor signed a contract. The announcement will come before September, at either DC Fandom or Justice Con, and Snyderverse Batman is returning. Look, could be true, we'll find out soon, won't we? He says his family corroborates that info. They said, we can't talk about something like that if it's real, but it sounds like you've already got the information. I can't stop you at that point. You've already got the information that you want, even if I can't tell you yes or no. You got the information, and I was like, thanks. Like, DC Fandom is next month, so chances are we'll know who's right by August. Look, from a pure business sense, does it make any sense that DC, AT&T, and Warner Brothers would spend like $200 million on Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson's Batman, whilst also starting a Ben Affleck Batman series on HBO Max, when you're also still trying to bulk out the Matt Reeves Batman universe with a Gotham Police Department show? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense from a marketing perspective. You're going to split the fandom down the middle. You are, you know, your main focus should be getting people who liked Ben Affleck to like Robert Pattinson, because they're making a trilogy of those movies, right? So what are you doing? I don't think this is true, and I think someone that is so willing to give up their sources, oh, it was all my family, they all told me this, and I've met these people and they told me all of this. Struggle to believe that, to be fair. I really struggle to believe that. People don't like to give out this information. They like to keep themselves secret. That's why you'll hear everyone going, look, from my anonymous source, because they don't want their identities being revealed. So I'll hand it on over to you. What do you think? Obviously, these rumours remain prevalent, but let me know down below in the comments. If you are new here, do hit subscribe. Stay up to date on the world of pop culture movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. If you stayed this long, please do give it a like, because it showed me that you stayed this long, so you clearly enjoyed the video. But anyway, thanks so much. Take care.